Hello there. Nice to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. Sorry it's so late. Meant to stream earlier, but time management hasn't really been my thing lately. So, yeah. Unfortunate. But, hello. Hope all is well. Sorry it's been almost 3 weeks. Again. I gotta get better with that. Listen, it's not that I'm not trying. It's just circumstances. Circumstances have prevented me, but fingers crossed. Only have 6 more weeks anyway, so worst comes to worst. Chances are I'll be able to get a stream or two in over the next 6 weeks. And then I'm done for the summer. So it's pretty cool. Trying to get that James Harden? No. I will cut it eventually. The thing is, like, I kind of want to cut it. I just don't want to screw it up, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to do it wrong and make it look stupid. So, like, that's the main reason I haven't cut it. One, I kind of like it. And two, I don't want to screw it up and make it look dumb. But no, I'm not growing it out to James Harden length. Absolutely not. I will cut it eventually. I just don't want to screw it up and make it look dumb. So, for the moment, it's staying. But eventually, yes, I will cut it. Hi, K9. I'm doing okay. How are you? Hi, Carrot. Hi, Doggy. Vulcan. Kyle. Good to see you all. This was supposed to be a Roblox stream, but time got away from me. So, we're just talking. I was kind of thinking about doing like a stream where I just do tier lists, but I don't know how interesting that would be. Also, we would need ideas, which I am not the best at coming up with. So, I don't know. Hello, Corvin. I do hope everyone's doing well. It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming out. I know it's late and during the school week. What if we did a fast food tier list? I mean, kind of already did that over the summer, but I was studying the Japanese language during my spare time. Good for you. Good for you. I'd love to visit Japan someday. It's one of the places I want to visit. I'd love to go to England. I'd love to go to Japan. I'd love to visit Ireland, just since I'm Irish. And, maybe somewhere tropical. Like a Hawaii. I don't know. But yeah, I do want to go to Japan someday. My sister's going to Japan. Oh, nice. Preparing for when I visit and decide to live my life in Japan because anime. You know what? Fair. Fair enough. The culture in Japan does seem pretty cool, though. Alright. Yeah, like I said, this was going to be a... oops, sorry. Forgot something important. There we go. This was supposed to be a Roblox stream. But, yeah, I just suck at managing my time lately. So, didn't quite work out. But, yeah. Oh, I have to log into Discord? Why? Why must I log into Discord? Did I log out? I don't remember logging out. It's possible that I did. Two-factor authentication. Let's go. There we go. Alright, we're in. Discrod. Why? I'm actually planning on making a video, like an actual video. Probably either later tonight, I'm going to record it, or tomorrow. Because it's a video I've wanted to make for a bit, but technically it's a video I've wanted to make for like a year, but it's complicated. What's up, Randa? Quick math question? Sure. Hit me. I'll see what I can do. I'm in matrix algebra now. I've completed multivariable calculus, so I should be able to hopefully answer your question. Still waiting on that exam grade, though. Fingers crossed I did okay on that. If you guys have any suggestions for things you'd like us to do on this stream, feel free to throw them out there. I'm open. I am open to suggestions. I get that just sitting and listening to me talk can get boring. It's the simplest thing for me to record. So, if you guys have anything you'd like to see to spruce things up, feel free to let me know. I'm totally down. If 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, does that mean that 0 degrees Celsius plus 0 degrees Celsius is 64 degrees Fahrenheit? No, because 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 degrees Celsius plus 0 degrees Celsius is 0 degrees Celsius, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I know what you're trying to get at, but I see what you're saying, but 0 plus... I guess it depends on... See, you're adding Celsius to Celsius there, right? You're adding 0 Celsius to 0 Celsius, which doesn't change the value of Celsius at all. So your resulting Celsius value is still equivalent to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So, if you added 0 degrees Fahrenheit to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, your Fahrenheit value wouldn't change. And it would still be equivalent to the same Celsius value. This is probably why I was never invited to another party after my freshman year of high school. Hi, Ricky. I'm eating a Popeye's biscuit. It's so dry and I don't have any water with me. That is quite unfortunate, my friend. What's up, Kier? Throwback to when someone tricked someone into answering their homework question. I feel like I remember this happening. I feel like I remember this happening. Is this math? I gotta get out of here. Valid reaction. Um, didn't that happen on stream? Yes. Pretty sure it was Roblox. We were like doing murder mystery or something, and someone just someone who was tricked was. Oh yeah, I'm sure it was me. No, I remember. I remember the stream where this happened. Yeah, we were doing like murder mystery or something, and someone was like, "Hey, just out of curiosity, what's like this plus this?" And I was like, "Oh, I think it's this." And then I kind of clocked it, and I was like, "You get me to do your homework for you?" I mean, listen, fair play to whoever asked the question. I don't remember who it was. I think it was someone's like little brother or something. I don't remember who it was. Fair play. You get me distracted with like looking at chat and playing murder mystery, and you know my mind is focusing on other things. So fair play. But yeah, I was on one of your streams many months ago, but I haven't seen you since. I do recognize your username. I'm assuming you were probably here for Among Us based on your profile picture, but I could be wrong. And figures since I haven't done Among Us for a while. Although I did respond to a comment asking for Among Us, saying that I would do some more Among Us at some point. I've had a lot going on recently. I'm just gonna kind of leave it there. I could go in depth into some of it. I can't. Some of it I physically cannot talk about. Like some stuff I cannot talk about. Like literally, like very bad business decision if I was to talk about some of that stuff. But some stuff I probably could. But it's kind of the same story that I keep telling you guys of, oh, this class is hard. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm tired. So you probably don't want to hear that for the millionth time in the past. I don't know, how long have I been in college now?
Oh my god.
7 months. It's kind of crazy I've been in college for that long. I guess more like 6, because end of August. Oh well. Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Alright. Yeah, man, channel's fully dead. I need to upload in order for my channel to not be dead. Thank you, Badlux. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's going to be trimmed eventually. I just don't want to screw it up and look dumb. Or at least dumber than I already look. Because I'm sure I look fairly dumb with this massive freaking beard on my face. I still frequently check the channel for new posts. I appreciate that. You know what? I respect that. I really do. I respect that. And I know there are some people who do wait on new uploads, and I really do appreciate y'all. And I'm sorry that I haven't been able to get more out. Hey, wait, you're back at your house. I am. I'm on spring break. Very early spring break for college. But yeah, I'm on spring break. About 8 weeks into the semester. I'm on spring break. I've got about 6-7 weeks to go. And then I'm out. I get out first week of May. And not like, you know, you're technically finished first week of May. And then you have to still go to class until like mid-June. No, I'm done May 4th. As far as I am aware of. I'm done May 4th, and then I come home, and then I'm off for the summer. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. In case you're wondering, yes, I still do like to eat bed frames and pennies. Oh, I know exactly who you are now. What's easier, college or high school? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. I suppose that probably depends on your major. If you have a major that's less work intensive, I guess it also depends on the kind of person you are. Like, you know, are you very independent? You know, are you someone who does well on their own? I would say for me, college is definitely significantly harder than high school. Just because, you know, with college, it's, you don't know, there's times when you just don't know the answer. And even when you go to get help, you still don't know the answer, and you just kind of have to salvage what you can
and just do the best you can, even though you don't really know what's going on. Plus, there's the whole aspect of living on your own that high school just doesn't provide. High school's only hard because the other students there most are just there to make a joke of people. Listen, I was not a huge fan of most of the people I went to well, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of the people I went to high school with. They didn't take it seriously. You know, they were just there to hang out and you know, start drama and show off their expensive cars and crap. Like, you know, that was a lot of the people I went to high school with, and that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But, like, to each their own, you know. If you want to do something with your life, you know, if that's something if you're something called to do something, like, go for it, you know. Like, if you can achieve it through legitimate means, then yeah, go for it. Do your thing, man. I've received DMs from Corbin. Ah, some nice maymays. This one's a video. I won't play it just in case copyright. But thank you for the maymays. I appreciate it. Started watching when I was 14. I'm going to be 17 less than a month. That is freaking nuts. That's really crazy. You know, I feel like sometimes I don't even clock that. That kind of goes into the video that I'm planning on making. But that's really crazy to think about. You know, like, it went from just like, oh yeah, you've been around the channel for a while, to be like, wow, you've really been here for a while. But I mean, hey, listen, credit to you for sticking around. Finally got my mom to start watching Breaking Bad. W. W. I don't know. I should probably get into Breaking Bad. I started watching when I was 15. Now I'm 35. Yeah, you're just canonically 35 forever. You just never age. ADHD and autism really doesn't help with school at all. Yeah, I can imagine. You know, I've kind of started to think I might have ADHD. Like, I find it really, really difficult to focus sometimes. Like, I will jump from topic to topic to topic to topic and be like, wait, what was I doing again? So, like, I'm kind of thinking about maybe at some point, maybe not getting tested for ADHD, but, like, I feel like I might have something going on there beyond just, like, OCD. Because OCD is not, like, focusing. OCD is, like... I mean, I guess it can affect your focus, but... Luckily, that hasn't been as bad over the past couple months. Probably just because I've had so much other stuff to focus on. My OCD... I mean, they're still there, but... I have decent grades, B to A in all classes except English, which I have a D because I'm bad at that kind of stuff. I mean, hey, look, sounds like you're doing good for the most part. I mean, if you can pull that one grade up, then sounds like you're doing just fine. I have ADHD. One symptom is coffee and sugar make you tired and you can't sit still for long periods of time. I don't drink coffee, but I can feel the sitting still bit. I do not like sitting still. I don't like sitting still. I get distracted very easily. Lately, I've found an extreme lack of motivation to do, like, anything that I have to do school-wise. So I have to, like, force myself to stop looking at my phone or scrolling through Instagram or whatever and actually get stuff done. Yeah, so it's been an issue lately, but, you know, I'm doing all right in my classes right now. I'm doing more than all right. I'm doing well in my classes, but, yeah, just, I don't want that to spiral into a bigger issue. But yeah, I do not drink coffee. I've always been strongly anti-coffee. One, I just don't like how it tastes. And two, I was always told it would stunt your growth. And I've always wanted to be taller, but I've been 5'10" for like 4 freaking years now. And I do need to stay focused throughout the day, so I might just have to bite the bullet and start drinking coffee. But I don't know, we'll see. Can't be comfortable without moving every 5 seconds. I mean, that's fair. Like, if I'm stuck in, like... I'm not, like, claustrophobic or anything, but I will get, like, uncomfortable. if I'm like, I won't like panic, but like I will be very uncomfortable if I'm like stuck in a small space and I don't have a lot of like range of movement. I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic, but I do prefer to have more open space. Like, even if it's just me, like, I don't know, I guess the best way to describe this would be like, I would prefer to study in like an open classroom with just me in it than me in like my room. Like, I would prefer a bigger area just so I have that extra space if I wanted to use it. I don't know if that makes sense. I prefer having that big space to myself. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh no. Not the not the pit bulls. Oh no. No. Not the pit bulls. Oy. No comment. Oh jeez. Need enough space in order to stretch out my whole body, then a little extra to move around. Yeah, I need like room so that like I can move and shift without bumping into stuff. Basketball. Yeah, I just stopped playing like completely. Like I've just been like, my workouts are gym, like fully. I go to the gym and I work out. I haven't played basketball in a long time. Several months, I'd say, since I've played basketball. Could get back into it. Well, the tallest in my school, always used it to my advantage. See, I used to be one of the taller people. Now I'm just not. I'm just kind of average in height. You know, I don't hit the 6 foot threshold that all the women like. So, you know, probably part of the reason I'm still incredibly single. Among the fact that, you know, this and other things like having no social life and crippling social anxiety and all that other stuff. But, you know, I'm also not 6 feet tall. So, there's that too. Oh, man. I miss the old days of the channel, man. I say old days. It was only a couple years ago. But like 2020, 2021, I think that was prime Mario Man 252 content. Even like last year, like mid 2022, even though I did kind of get slowed down because of school, like I miss the prime Mario Man 252 years where it was just like, yeah, streaming all the time. Everything's looking good, channel's growing, everyone's happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, y'all still come and hang out, and I really appreciate that. I don't know, just feels different. Just feels different. Feels off. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've changed. I don't know. I mean, I definitely have, but, like, I don't know. It's just not the same. But whatever. My hair is deciding to be difficult. I mean, when is it not difficult? Honestly. But, you know. Funny because I used to be the shortest kid in elementary and middle school, then we went into quarantine. I came back taller than everyone. Nice. Love that. No. Protect the toddlers. No. No. Keep your pit bulls away from the toddlers. No. Stop. No. Bad. Oh, jeez. I've uploaded like 4 videos in the last 2 months. It's like freaking depressing. Absolutely horrendous. I need to get off my rump and make content. Yeah, let's see. This is my 4th stream in the last 2 months. And if we want to talk shorts, I think I've maybe got 2 in the past 2 months. Your boy been slacking on the upload schedule.
It's late and I gotta be up early, so see you. See you, Battle Axe. Thanks for coming out. The Mario Avengers of Among Us. Oh, yeah! Oh, I remember that. That was funny. That's the Super Mario Brothers. Excited for the movie. Hope the movie's good. Hope the FNAF movie's good, too. Got some decent video game movies in production right now. Hopefully they don't suck. Fingers crossed. I mean, they normally do, so we'll see. Expectations aren't exactly through the roof, but you know, they got some big names in there. So, no. Can't be that bad, can it? Then again, I like movies that some people said were some of the worst of all time. So, you know. Kratos, you will not get a bite of the toddlers of Olympus. Leave the toddlers alone, Kratos. Imagine they make a God of War movie. I feel like... Okay, here's what I'll say. Like, a God of War movie would be sick. That would be sick. But I feel like it has to go, like, down the road of, like... Okay. I hope that these movies end up like The Last of Us is. Like, I haven't watched The Last of Us, but I've heard it's good. I kind of do want to watch it, because I love The Last of Us. Has anyone seen it? Does anyone know if it's worth seeing? I've heard good things about it, but I do want to watch it because I love The Last of Us. Honestly, I'd consider picking it up, except I suck at those kind of games. I watched Mark's full playthrough from like 2013, and it was really good. And then we got so depressed when the second one came out. It's funny. The playthrough I watched of The Last of Us Part 2 was Chris Smoove, of all people. It was from Chris Smoove. And then I watched Corey's videos when he did a couple. But, then he just didn't finish it. I can't blame him. We were all so upset at the fact that Joel... Well, I don't know if I should spoil it. I mean, it's been out for a while now, but I won't spoil it. But I can't blame Corey for not finishing it. I don't think anybody really wanted to. Just kind of had to for YouTube's sake. You know, I started this series. I have to finish it now. Before I go, one more thing. My video reached an all-time high. 5.2k. Good for you. 78 subs. There you go. Almost at 100. Good for you. Keep grinding. Rip Joel. Facts. They did my boy dirty. That was one of the most disappointing games, like, ever. I feel like just in terms of like game releases, that had to be one of the most disappointing ones just in history. Because The Last of Us 1 was so freaking good. Like, game of the year. Like, it was so good. And then The Last of Us 2 was just like, why? Like, ugh. Like I'll keep playing, but I don't want to. Yeah. Nah, Last of Us 1. Because it's funny, I didn't actually get into The Last of Us until The Last of Us 2 came out. I was going to start watching Corey's Let's Play now. I was like, oh, this is the second one. Let me catch up. Let me watch the first one. And I looked for Corey's playthrough, and he didn't do one. And then I watched Mark's, and I was like, okay, cool. I can go to Corey's now. And then I think he did, like, the one episode. And then I think I just went with Chris Smoove. Yeah, I was on an absolute, like, binge. Like, that, I was up till, like, 2, 3 in the morning watching Mark play The Last of Us Part 1 from, like, freaking a decade ago. It was freaking awesome. It was great. I couldn't put it down. Yeah, it was so good. 'Cause, like,
there was so much emotion in the characters. Like it just it was your typical like apocalypse scenario, but like the emotion in the characters was so good. You know, everyone had so much character, and like you were really rooting for, and like when someone died, like you felt it. Like you really were like, no. Like you really felt it. It was great. It was really really great. Maybe I should play it someday. I don't know. It's very out of tune for my channel for me to play that, but maybe just on my own time I should play it someday. Yeah, it was so much more than just like a zombie survival thing. There was strategy involved, like different types of zombies, and not just, oh, this zombie's stronger. It was like, no, this one's blind, but it's got really good hearing. Like the clickers, they got really good hearing, so you have to be quiet, you have to stay out of sight, and there was strategy involved, and oh, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, yeah. You know, there's your typical like apocalypse scenario, like oh, you know, like you've got like your Fallout or like your what else is like a zombie survival type of thing? Uh, COD, I guess. But yeah, it was very much about the characters. And then The Last of Us 2, like gameplay wise, I guess it was alright. Like it was fine. It's just more Last of Us. But like, I don't know. I feel like they just like immediately kicked us all in the shins, killing off Joel, and then we just never recovered. Like we didn't even have the opportunity to be like, oh well, the rest of it was alright. Because we all just hated Abby so much from that point on. We were just like, you need to die. Oh, and the ending was freaking... Oh, I'm sorry. Just the way it ended. The way it ended was so... Oh. The ending was so just like... Made me freaking uneasy. The ending made me so uneasy. Just made me genuinely like unsettled, like uncomfortable. Like it can't end like that. Why is it ending like that? Like, oh, oh man. He did play The Last of Us? I know he got it in like a fan mail opening. I thought I looked for his series and I couldn't find it. You mind taking it down? Okay. I see Berlizzi's series. I see Mark's series. Cub Scouts. H2O Delirious. I should watch Jack play through it. I should rewatch it. But, oh. Yeah, now the way The Last of Us Part 2 ended was just like, ugh! With like, I don't remember the dude's name, but the dude that got shot in the eye, the dude that got shot in the face, and then like Abby biting off Ellie's finger, and like the fact that like there was no satisfying ending to literally anything. Because like Ellie came back to an empty house, couldn't play the guitar because she got her finger bitten off. Like, oh, it was so... Like, the least satisfying ending to any game ever. It was so upsetting. Like, I don't know if you possibly could have botched the story more than they did.
I mean, I get that they tried to go for like a different thing with like Ellie being lesbian and everything, and like I was fine with that. I didn't necessarily have an issue with that. And that they were taking care of the baby that wasn't Ellie's, but it was still kind of like the guy was gonna be like the cool uncle and everything. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I'm cool with that, and like I like the idea of like, oh, they're living on a farmhouse and everything, and like in the farmhouse and everything's cool. Like, but just that whole game just makes me so mad. Like, the first one was so freaking. You couldn't pay me to watch a series on a game like that. And I would go back to The Last of Us and rewatch it in a heartbeat. That is like the last game type that you would ever see me interested in. And it was so good. And then the second one was awful. The story was so... It was infuriating. That's the best way to put it. It was so infuriating. And like the fact that they kept cutting to like the flashbacks of like Joel, and just like, oh, do you really have to rub it in that he's dead? Like, why can't we just play as him, please? Can we have him not die? It just How to not handle a sequel. Oh, jeez, man. So bad. So bad. And the gameplay, I'm sure, wasn't even that bad, but it was hard to even look at it with how angry we all were at the storyline. Like, because that's what makes that game. I mean, we were just talking about it. The fact that, like, the gameplay, oh, killing zombies, blah, blah, blah. Like, sure, whatever. Even if it's just like The Last of Us Part 1, like, it's gonna be good, you know, it's gonna be fine. It's got unique gameplay, it's got unique elements. But, like, the story is what made The Last of Us The Last of Us. And if you botch the story, it doesn't really matter how good or bad the gameplay is. You don't have a good game. If the story is what makes your game so great, and you botch the story, your game is not great anymore. No matter how good the gameplay is. It could be frickin' Elden Ring. It could be frickin' the greatest game ever created in the history of mankind gameplay-wise. And if your story sucks, no one is going to care. Because the story is what makes those kind of games. And if your story sucks, then there's no coming back from that, man. There's just not. And it's sad because, like, you know, I get they needed a plot point. Like, I get they needed a plot point for, like, oh, you know, we need something to go wrong for there to be a sequel. Like, I get that. I get it. But, like, you kill off the main character? The guy who the whole first game was centered around? And who was, like, universally loved, and you kill him off, like, immediately? Like, you couldn't have found anything else to center the game around. New strain of the cordyceps virus, or, you know, it turns out it was all I don't know. It was all like an intentional lab leak by this group of scientists, or some group of pirates is attacking her. You couldn't have found anything else. Like, ugh. Like, I get it, you know, there's more motivation that way because it's like, oh, you know, you could sense the emotion and, like, you know, the motives behind everything. But you have those motives, and then you get to the end of the game, and nothing happens! Like, she travels all that way for nothing! And it's like, I get it, like, oh, he shot her dad when he saved Ellie from the surgery. Like,
that's a fine enough plot point. That's like that I get. I get the overall plot and why it is the way it is. And I actually think it flows fairly seamlessly. But it's still aggravating. Like, it's still incredibly aggravating that it happens that way. From a player's standpoint. Like, I get it. Abby's father was killed, was one of the doctors who was killed by Joel when he saved Ellie from the surgery. Like, that's a fine enough plot point. They could have killed Tommy and Joel trying to avenge him, maybe find out it's like the Hunger Games, but they don't. No. Yeah, I get you have to have strong emotional connection to the... Like, if you just introduce a new character and then they die right away, like, people aren't invested in that, and I get it. Like, I get why they did what they did, looking back on it, but, like I get why they did what they did. Like, I get the story makes sense, and it's a decent... It's a decent plot point. It is. You know, it's a decent story. It's just incredibly frustrating from, like, a viewer's perspective. Like, we've just played this entire game with this character, and he's dead in, like, 10-15 minutes of gameplay. And, like, you know, we get introduced to new characters, and they're cool, and, like, but the first game had that bond between Joel and Ellie, man. And, like, I don't know. See, killing Tommy would have made sense. Killing Tommy, I think, would have made sense, because then Joel's pissed, right? Joel's pissed. Everyone's pissed. Like, because maybe it's like, I don't know, like the group of scientists, I don't remember what they're called, who were trying to get the cure from Ellie, were, like, pissed that Joel saved her, and they retaliate by, like, killing Tommy or something. And then Joel just goes full on, like, John Wick. Like, come on. Or it goes from, like, or they're just, like, constantly trying to, like, kidnap Ellie or something, and Joel's just raising hell. Like, that would have been cool. I mean, it probably would have gotten a bit repetitive, but I think that would have been cool. And I guess you could make the point, oh, Joel's getting old or whatever, but, like, I don't know, man. It just got everyone angry. It just got everyone angry. Like, I've never played The Last of Us and I was angry. But whatever. There's my rant about a game I've never played for the day. What if? Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been a good plotline, because, like, we've gotten to know that we would have gotten to know Tommy enough to be affected by his death, right? Like, because Tommy played a pretty big role in the first game, so we would have been well acquainted enough with Tommy to you know, understand and to, you know, get a reaction from that, I feel like. I don't know. Like, I get why they did it. Like, I get why they did it, because obviously Joel dying would be, you know, definitely get a big reaction from players. Like, I get that. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, we are talking The Last of Us. Hi, Izzy. And just about how angry the story of the second one made everyone. But yeah. This was, I don't know why I'm still upset about this. I just am. I've never played The Last of Us. I've just watched it and I'm upset. Yeah, ending bad. Ending make me not happy. Ending very, very no bueno. And also just makes me uncomfortable. I know, and I want to at some point. I just suck at those type of games. I am the least stealthy individual ever. If I ever did get it, I'd probably play it on the channel with y'all. I think that'd be cool. It's also been several years since I watched the playthrough of the original, so I wouldn't be like fresh to it exactly, but it had been a while since I have seen it, so we'll see. But it's not something I'd be opposed to playing on the channel, because it's something I really like. So, what if? What's some other games that the endings didn't make you happy? Ooh, that's a good question. Games the endings didn't make you happy. Endings. Games for the endings didn't make me happy. I've just not had the time to look into games. Minecraft story mode in general doesn't make me happy, but I don't know if that counts. Just never the biggest fan of Minecraft story mode. I feel like it was overly cringy and just like, you know. Games for the ending didn't make me happy. I don't know, because I mostly played like Nintendo games, and most of those are pretty joyful at the end. Why did Ruben die? I mean, listen, like, we were all pissed when Ruben died. But, like, I just think in general Minecraft Story Mode was just a big L. I mean, that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. But, like, I was never the biggest fan of Minecraft Story Mode. I was just like, I mean it's, like, it was an attempt. It was an attempt. But, you got, like, Dan TDM and whatever, but, like, I don't know. Just never really struck a chord with me for whatever reason. What games have I played that I feel like the ending was just bad? I haven't beaten many games in my life, believe it or not. What about movies? Ooh, movies. See, that's a better question. Or maybe not a better question, but something I could probably relate to more. Movies where the ending was terrible. See, I was gonna say Rogue One, but like Rogue One had a reason for the ending to be terrible. Because it was the intermediary episode between 3 and 4, so everyone had to die in order for it to make sense timeline wise. So like, I didn't like how Rogue One ended, but it made sense because like you never see any of those characters again. So it made sense that they had to die timeline-wise. I mean, I guess I could say, like, any of the third trilogy Star Wars movies. Just because, like, just no. They're just all L's. Just all three of them are just L's. Like, they're all just like, no. Just no. Why did you not stop at 6? Like, you could have just not made more. But you did. Then Disney bought them and were like, yeah, money. I mean, I know there were more books, but like, you could have just stopped. You know there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. Listen, the first 3 were good. The second 3 were like, all right, you know, they're fine. Like, I'll watch them. They're watchable. They're all right. And then the third trilogy is just awkward romantic tension. Like freaking what? 7 to 8 hours of awkward romantic tension and terrible jokes. And like, I get it's sci-fi, but some of the stuff there is like really stretching what it means to be sci-fi. Like, just like, ugh. Like, why? Just no. Endgame? Alright, you know what? Valid. That I will agree with, doggy. I will agree with Endgame. Like, I get why, again, another thing where, like, I get why they did it, but, like, you know, it just hurts. You know? But that one I agree with. I guess you could say that for probably several different Marvel movies. Yeah. I would agree with that. Although I do kind of want to see the new Ant-Man. I enjoyed the first 2 Ant-Mans. So, I kind of want to see the new Ant-Man. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I thought that series was good, but the ending was like, the fact that it ended, I feel like kind of like exactly what you said. Like, you put an end to your really good stretch, you know. And now it's just like, oh, backstories and like before all this crap happened. And I'm like, I don't want before this crap happened. I want new stuff. But whatever. Other movies where the endings were terrible. Were there any movies that I thought the endings were just bad? Ice Age. Don't remember the Ice Age ending. I hope it ended with just the squirrel just like perishing for his sins. But like, you know, he probably deserves it. But, you know, depending on facts, they're sinking everything into Spider-Man and, like, Doctor Strange. He got his acorn? Damn. Darn it. I mean, they did give rise to Ice Age Baby. Who remembers Ice Age Baby? That was a time. You're so mean. Well, come on! Come on! He did not deserve an acorn. Okay? Dude was simping over an acorn and put everyone else in danger so many times. Bro did not deserve his acorn, okay? Come on. That's why you think before you do things. Or you take fat L's like he did. I know he didn't mean to, but whatever. Whatever. It's a freaking children's movie. I'm so upset over the ending to Ice Age! Me going to Twitter with my opinion on the ending of Ice Age. I'm so upset. I can't take this anymore. Other movies, the ending was just awful. Kind of stopped seeing movies. Um, trying to think of movies I've seen recently. I haven't seen movies recently. Trying to think of like during quarantine. I watched the Phineas and Ferb movie. I watched the Sonic movie. I watched the Detective Pikachu. I watched Artemis Fowl. I watched Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I haven't seen Wakanda Forever. Yeah, Rip Chadwick Boseman, man. I don't know. I can't really think of any. Just I haven't seen movies in a long time. Like if someone mentioned one I've seen, I'd probably just be like, yes, but, eh. What about TV shows? Don't know if I've ever really watched the ending of too many TV shows. Okay, this isn't an ending, but this is just an absolute botching of one of the greatest children's shows of all time. Literally, just any Ninjago episode beyond the end of season 4. Like, season 5 was and then I didn't watch beyond season 5. Season 5 was barely mid. But, like, basically any Ninjago episode or season beyond season 4. Season 4 was the last good season. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. Season 4 was the last good season. That is the hill I will gladly die on. Alright? Season 1, I'm going to be honest, Season 1 wasn't that great. Season 1 wasn't that great. Season 2 was good. Season 3 was probably the best season, if I'm being honest. Season 3 was probably the best season. Season 4 was really good too. I remember eagerly awaiting the new episodes of Season 4 to come out when I was actively watching the show. Season 5 was like incredibly mid, and then the rest of it I just didn't even bother. Yeah. Do you currently have work to do? I want your opinion on something. Sorry, I'm getting Yoshi in here. He watched a lot of this with me. Yoshi is here now.
Hi.
I was talking about how Ninjago sucked after season 4.
It didn't suck after season 4.
I thought it sucked after season 4.
Season 4 is just my favorite season.
I thought seasons 3 and 4 were good. I thought season 5 was mid, and I didn't even bother beyond season 5.
I thought season 5 was pretty good. I didn't really finish season 6.
I didn't
I
either.
haven't really heard about stuff past seasons.
We have the first 3 seasons on DVD.
Yeah. They're honestly fire.
They are. They're a good
I
watch
think I
every now
watched,
and again.
like, the first ever episode for fun, like a while back.
Every now and then I'll see a TikTok or a YouTube short of like the fact that we were all so pissed off when Lloyd was the Green Ninja instead of Kai. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair. Listen, seasons 2 through 4 of Ninjago, elite. Absolutely elite, no question. Season 1, I feel like, was kind of mid. Season 5, I feel like, was okay. Probably, like, alright. And then beyond that, it didn't even bother. I don't know if you can count the ending of Phineas and Ferb as, like, a bad one. It's just kind of sad, because everyone's grown up. But, like, whatever. Any other shows I've seen the ending of? I don't know. Oh, my reminder to go to bed has gone off. Yeah, that's not happening. I almost want to rewatch Ninjago now. I almost want to like rewatch season 3. That's such a good season. Such a good season, dude. Oh, the freaking theme song for season 4 was so good too. It was so good. And in the intro, how they'd have like the missing poster up for Zayn. Oh, it was so good. I miss when I was in like freaking 6th grade and I was looking forward to the next episode of Ninjago dropping. And then Kai became a freaking simp. El Bozo. That show was so good. Oh, I could go on, man. That show was so good. So freaking good. I never really watched Ninja Turtles. I know I'll probably get crucified for saying that. But never really watched Ninja Turtles. I knew people that did. I had a friend, I've actually recorded a few videos with him. Or at least one. Who was a massive Ninja Turtles fan. But yeah, I was never into all like the cartoons that a lot of people were into. Doesn't mean they were bad. Just means, for whatever reason. Could have been a lot of different reasons. I just didn't really watch them. But, whatever. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack. It's a kid who goes to my college who has a Paw Patrol backpack. Not entirely sure why. I mean, maybe he's just a big fan, or he lost a bet. I don't know. But there's a guy who goes to my college who has a Paw Patrol backpack. I'm not going to ask questions, and I'm not going to make assumptions. Because he kind of rocks it, not going to lie. But just kind of question how that took place. But, you know, whatever. I feel like... I don't know. Never mind. I'm going to stop talking now. Gosh, I miss childhood. I really miss childhood. I want to go re-child my childhood. I know that doesn't make sense, but... Shh. I think I'm gonna end stream. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Hopefully I can get y'all something a little bit more substantial tomorrow. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, maybe drop a like. I don't know. That's up to you. And subscribo if you're new. And I'll see you next time. Peace.